Crack magazine and Asahi Super Dry want us to create an experience that explores the Karakuchi idea, a contrast of dryness and refreshment, something that is impossible to describe.
We met in high school and we started giving birth to the idea that we could maybe collaborate on something that involves space and sound. NONOTAK Studio is a creative studio, I would say, that mainly focus on creating experiences that are audiovisual.
Because I was really in the 2D world, like the 3D aspect of Tak, yeah, his perception of the space interests me when we start working together.
Most of the time, my sound card is connected to Noemi's computer through MIDI. I basically write the music and program on the fly, so you can test how it sounds and how it looks like at the same time. A lot of things could be done just by combining music, light and visuals, and we're trying to kind of prove that through this creative project.
ORION is a pretty basic setup. So it's 8 LED screens that is placed in one row. Yeah, and the music and the video are really synchronized. We're playing with the direct light, but also we place some indirect light behind, so you kind of feel the depth of the panels.
What's in common in our work is that it's really simple, but it's also generate complex feelings and perspectives, and it also plays with a visual perception of the audience. And I think when they will enter the room, they will see, I don't know which part they will come into, but it's discovering more than a screen.
What is also nice with ORION is that it's gonna have his own room, and it's gonna be more intimate because it's gonna be in a gallery space. I guess people can have a little moment of meditation.
It's really interesting to mix the two worlds, clubbing and exhibition, in a way that we can take advantage of the euphoria created by the club night in order to bring people inside our exhibition in a way where maybe people won't experience it.
What is interesting us is also the direct contact with the art piece and the audience. So, because in art there is a lot of intellectualization, with meanings and everything, but what interesting us is people can see and feel some things directly with no questioning. Yeah, I think it's more the sense. We want the viewer to use their sense more than their brain.
When I was studying architecture, I was really influenced and inspired by Japanese architects and Japanese culture of space. Combining image, sound and light creates a lot of possibilities in terms of experimentation. And I think the notion of space is something that surrounds us every day. Space is a starting point for us, for any ideas that we develop. I think space is the first step that we analyze and then start to see what we can do, how we can play with that space. Are we leaving it empty, or are we dividing it, are we designing it, or are we taking advantage of the space to augment our installations? Art should always be open to interpretation. Anyone is free to experience an art piece however they want to. One of the things that really link our project together is this aim of creating experiences that are impossible to describe.